Amy's journey in Heartland began with tragedy. After losing her mother in a devastating accident, Amy was left to carry not just her own grief but the weight of her family's future. The Heartland ranch was in danger, her loved ones were broken, and she faced a world that felt completely uncertain. Yet, even in that moment of darkness, Amy's gift with horses became the light that kept her going. This special ability to understand and heal troubled animals became the foundation of her character, and it has shaped every season since. As the seasons unfolded, Amy grew into a symbol of resilience. Her bond with Spartan, the horse that stood by her through so many battles, mirrored her own strength. Whenever Amy was hurt, lost, or unsure of her path, it was often the horses who reflected her struggles, and in helping them heal, she found her own healing. That theme of humans and animals saving each other is what has made her story timeless. Her personal life also brought challenges and triumphs that kept fans deeply connected to her character. From her early days of navigating teenage life to falling in love, Amy showed viewers that growth is never simple. Her relationship with Ty was one of the most beloved arcs of the entire show. Together, they built not only a partnership but also a family that inspired millions of fans across the world. Their journey was filled with trials, separations and heartbreak, but also joy, laughter, and unforgettable moments that fans still talk about today. When Ty's story came to its heartbreaking end, Amy once again faced loss that could have shattered her spirit. But instead of breaking, she chose to carry forward his legacy. This choice defined a new chapter in her life, one where she wasn't just surviving but continuing the dreams they had built together. Raising her daughter and protecting the ranch became her mission, and through it all, Amy proved she was not only strong but unshakable. The beauty of Amy's journey lies in its honesty. She is not a perfect character, but one who has stumbled, fallen, and risen again. Each season has tested her in new ways, from rebuilding trust after betrayal to guiding others through their pain. Yet through it all, she has remained the emotional core of Heartland. Her quiet strength, her compassion, and her unwavering connection to family have turned her into more than just a character. She has become an icon of resilience for viewers who see their own struggles reflected in her story. This long path, filled with joy, grief, and transformation, has prepared Amy for the next chapter. As we look ahead to season 19, her past reminds us why her story still matters. Every challenge she overcame, every life she touched, and every horse she healed has led to this moment. And now, fans are eager to see how Amy's heart will continue to guide her in the seasons to come. It's rare for a television series to survive beyond 10 seasons. It's even rarer for it to keep growing stronger with each passing year. Yet Heartland has done the impossible. When news broke that season 19 had been officially renewed, fans around the world felt a rush of excitement and relief. For many, Heartland is more than a show. It's comfort, it's family, it's a piece of home they return to week after week. And now, that home isn't going anywhere. Behind the scenes, the renewal wasn't just a decision made in a boardroom. It was a promise to the audience who has stood by this show for nearly 2 decades. Cast members, writers, and crew members have often described the Heartland set as a second family. For them, returning for season 19 feels less like work and more like coming back to a place where bonds run deep and stories carry real meaning. That love and dedication is one reason why the series continues to thrive in an age when so many others fade away. Production itself is already in motion. The rolling hills of Alberta, Canada, the breathtaking landscape that has always been Heartland's silent character, once again provide the backdrop for Amy's story. Crews are setting up familiar ranch locations while also preparing new ones that will add fresh energy to the narrative. Every sunrise over those golden fields carries the promise of new beginnings, both for the characters we love and for the fans who have made this journey possible. There's a certain magic that happens during production. The early morning calls, the sound of horses moving in the distance, the laughter between takes. All of it shapes the world that fans will later experience on screen. For season 19, the team is determined to give the audience not just more of what they love, but something that feels bigger, bolder, and more heartfelt than ever before. Whispers from the crew suggest that new filming techniques are being used to capture Alberta's beauty in even greater detail. Every scene is being crafted with care, knowing that the audience has invested years of their lives into this story. The renewal also marks an important milestone in television history. Heartland remains the longest-running scripted drama in Canadian TV. And with each new season, it secures its legacy even further. This is not just another season. It's proof that authentic storytelling rooted in love and resilience can outlast trends and time itself. In an industry often dominated by short-lived series, Heartland stands tall as a reminder of what happens when creators and audiences build something together. But renewal is only the beginning. Production updates hint at a season that won't just revisit familiar ground, it will expand the world in ways fans didn't expect. Whether that means new faces at the ranch, new challenges for Amy, or surprising turns for beloved characters, one thing is certain: the heart of Heartland continues to beat strong. And as Season 19 takes shape, fans can rest assured that the journey is far from over. The anchor of it all, of course, is Amy Fleming, played by Amber Marshall. For nearly 2 decades, Amber has carried Amy's spirit with grace, strength, and quiet determination. Season 19 will once again see her at the center of the ranch, guiding not only the horses but also her daughter, her family, and herself through life's unpredictable challenges. Fans have often said Amber and Amy are inseparable, and that bond between actor and character is one of the strongest reasons Heartland continues to resonate. At Amy's side, we can expect the steady presence of Sean Johnston as Jack Bartlett. Jack has been the heart and soul of the ranch since the very beginning, a mentor, a father figure, and a living reminder of tradition. His wisdom and warmth ground the family even in the darkest times. In Season 19, whispers suggest Jack's role may deepen, with new struggles testing not only his health, but also his ability to continue leading the family. For many fans, Jack's resilience mirrors the endurance of the show itself. Michelle Morgan returns as Lou, the determined and often fiery sister who balances ambition with love for her family. Lou's journey as a leader, both at home and in her professional world, has been one of growth and perseverance. In the new season, audiences are eager to see how she continues juggling her responsibilities while protecting the heart of the family ranch. Her dynamic with Amy is expected to remain central, reminding us all that sisterhood, though complicated, is unbreakable. Chris Potter as Tim Fleming is another familiar face we'll see once again. Tim has never been a simple character. His flaws, his mistakes, and his attempts at redemption make him one of the most human figures in the series. Season 19 may challenge him in new ways, perhaps testing his relationships with his children and forcing him to confront choices from his past. Fans have always had mixed feelings about Tim, but his presence ensures the story remains layered and real. Of course, Heartland has always thrived on more than just the core family. Supporting characters from Georgie to Lisa, and guest stars who pop in and out of the ranch add richness to the world. Rumors swirl about possible returns, perhaps even familiar faces who left seasons ago. The prospect of old characters crossing paths with Amy and her family again excites longtime fans who know that every reunion carries weight and nostalgia. Still, there's an unspoken truth that lingers in every casting update. Change is inevitable. Over the years, audiences have had to say painful goodbyes, most notably to Ty, whose absence still echoes through every corner of the ranch. That loss reminds fans that Heartland doesn't shy away from real-life challenges. It embraces them, weaving them into the narrative with honesty. And so as Season 19 unfolds, viewers watch with both excitement and caution, knowing that while their favorite characters may return, nothing in Heartland is ever guaranteed. Every season of Heartland has carried one unshakable promise: life at the ranch will never stand still. Season 19 will be no exception. The winds of change are already moving across the Heartland Valley, and Amy Fleming once again stands at the center of it all. This time, Amy is no longer simply the young horse whisperer we met years ago. She is a mother, a mentor, and the guiding force of the ranch. In Season 19, her journey will likely continue to focus on the delicate balance between raising her daughter and carrying on the legacy she built with Ty. The memory of Ty still lingers in every barn, every pasture, and every sunrise. Amy's story now is not just about survival. It's about how love continues to shape us even after loss. Fans should prepare for emotional moments where Amy passes on the values she and Ty once shared to the next generation. But Amy's path is never without challenges. Rumors hint at new horses arriving on the ranch, animals with stories as troubled as their scars. Each horse is a mirror, reflecting Amy's own struggles, fears, and strength. These cases will test not only her gift but her patience and resilience. And through each healing journey, Amy will also rediscover pieces of herself, reminding audiences why her bond with animals is the soul of this series. The family dynamics, too, are set for powerful shifts. Lou's leadership may be tested by hard decisions, possibly pushing her to the edge of what she can manage. Jack, though steady as ever, may face moments that shake the family's foundation, forcing everyone to rally around him. And Tim, always unpredictable, could find himself in situations that demand choices between old habits and true growth. Season 19 will likely pull every member of the family into crossroads where love and loyalty are tested. Yet fans are also watching for sparks of new beginnings. Could Amy find room in her heart for another chance at love? Or will the writers keep her focused solely on her role as mother, trainer, and daughter of Heartland? That question alone has set the fandom buzzing with theories, each one filled with both hope and fear. Because while everyone wants Amy to be happy, no one wants her story to lose the depth it has carried since Ty's passing. The themes that define Heartland, healing, resilience, and family, will be at the forefront. But expect Season 19 to weave these themes into even bigger arcs. Perhaps new characters from outside the ranch will challenge Amy's way of life. Perhaps the ranch itself will face changes that test whether tradition can survive in a modern world. And perhaps the greatest lessons of this season will come, not from victories but from the struggles that shape the characters into who they're meant to be. If history has taught fans anything, it's this. Heartland never rushes its story. Instead, it unfolds like the slow rhythm of the land itself, steady, patient, and deeply meaningful. Season 19 will be another chapter in that rhythm, reminding us why Amy's journey still matters. Because in the end, Heartland is not just about the horses or even the ranch. It's about the way love carries us forward, no matter how heavy the burden of the past may be. The announcement of Heartland's 19th season didn't just spark headlines. It ignited a wave of emotion that spread across the globe. From Canada to Europe, from America to Asia, fans who have carried this series in their hearts for years took to social media with one voice. Heartland is more than a show. It's family. For some, the reaction was pure joy. Tweets and posts overflowed, with excitement as fans counted the days until Amy, Jack, Lou, and the rest of the family returned to their screens. Many spoke about how Heartland has been a source of comfort through their own struggles, how watching Amy face loss, rebuild, and keep moving forward gave them the courage to do the same in their own lives. The show has become a companion for people during moments of grief, loneliness, and uncertainty. The renewal of Season 19 felt like a personal victory, as if the resilience of the characters mirrored the resilience of the audience itself. But the fan community is not just united by nostalgia, it is driven by passion. Online forums are bursting with theories about what might happen next. Will Amy open her heart again? Will Georgie's story resurface? Could the ranch face new challenges that reshape the family's future? Every photograph from the set, every hint dropped by a cast member, is studied like a puzzle piece. For these fans, Season 19 is not simply entertainment. It is a mystery, a journey they feel deeply connected to. Fan art, video edits, and heartfelt tributes flood the digital space daily. Many fans have shared personal stories of how Heartland helped them cope with their own hardships, the loss of loved ones, the struggles of family life, or the challenge of finding hope in dark times. The community that has formed around the show is proof of its impact. It isn't just that people watch Heartland, they live it, breathe it, and carry it with them. Perhaps the most touching aspect of the fandom is its sense of togetherness. Viewers who may never meet in person still feel bound by the bond of loving the same story. Discussions about favorite episodes often lead to friendships. Virtual watch parties create moments of shared joy. And when the show touches on heavy topics, fans often support one another with empathy that feels like an extension of the show's own themes. The hype for Season 19, then, is not just about new episodes. It's about what the show represents. It's about returning to a place that feels safe, a place where family, hope, and healing always find a way forward. For many, Heartland is more than a fictional ranch in Alberta. It's a second home. And as anticipation builds, one thing is clear. The Heartland family is not limited to the cast and crew. It extends to every viewer who has ever seen themselves reflected in Amy's journey. Through every season, Heartland has reminded us of one simple truth. Life is never easy, but it is always worth living. Amy's journey, from a grieving daughter to a resilient mother and horse whisperer, has shown us that healing comes in many forms. Sometimes it's found in the quiet moments with a horse. Sometimes it's in the laughter of family gathered around the dinner table. And sometimes it's in the strength to face tomorrow, even when yesterday still hurts. Season 19 is not just another chapter, it's a continuation of that truth. The cast we love, the land that feels like home, and the stories that mirror our own struggles are all returning to remind us why we fell in love with Heartland in the first place. But this new season also carries questions that no one can answer just yet. Will Amy discover new love? Will the ranch face challenges that threaten its future? Will the next generation of Heartland step fully into their roles? The answers wait just beyond the horizon. What makes this moment so powerful is not just the story itself, but the community surrounding it. Fans who have grown up with Amy now watch their own children discover the show for the first time. Viewers who found comfort in Heartland during difficult years now look forward to new episodes like visits from an old friend. This legacy is not just about longevity, it's about connection, and the reminder that no matter where we are, there is always a place we can return to. And so, as the curtain rises on season 19, one question lingers. Where will Amy's heart lead her next? The answer will unfold slowly, like the turning of seasons on the ranch. Until then, fans will hold on to the hope, the love, and the promise that Heartland has given them for nearly 2 decades. Because in the end, Heartland isn't just about a ranch in Alberta. It's about us. It's about finding the strength to heal, the courage to love again, and the belief that no matter how heavy life feels, there's always a way forward.